Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and you can see my hair is just all over the place right now, but we're going to help that. If you watched my 2021 goals, then you know that I vowed to deep condition my hair once a week. So, you know, the first week of the year, we gotta do it. So I have my spray bottle here, and then the mask or the deep conditioner that I'm using is the Mielle Organics. This is the rosemary mint hair mask. It smells just like peppermint, gives that tingling feeling. I'm almost done with it, as you can tell, but we're gonna make it last for this one because we don't waste product over here. And yeah, we're just gonna deep condition with me, and also we're gonna talk about some things because yesterday in America was a sad day. Not a surprising day, but a sad day. And you know, as much as we try to like keep pushing forward and keep moving, and you know what I'm saying, hoping that America is better for Black people, it's just there's people in this world, in this country, that just are plain ignorant. And when I say ignorant, I mean have no regard for human life other than their own. Don't understand what anyone else is going through, don't want to understand, and just acting as if that it's normal to do these things. Like, is it normal to raid the White House? Somebody tell me. Is it normal to storm into the White House? Is it normal to go in there and take senators' things and play dummies in there? First of all, we have a problem because how did they even get in there? How did no one stop them? Because let's reel it back. Black Lives Matter protest, we were getting tear gassed. We were getting rubber bullets. We were told that if we go out, we might get shot. And that is where the disconnect is. I'm not saying that anybody should be getting shot. I don't believe in the shooting thing. But if that right there, going to the White House, is peaceful and that's a protest, and Black Lives Matter is a riot, and that is a American terrorist attack, then I'm utterly confused. Like very, 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 very confused. So that's my rant to start off with. Let me deep condition my hair because listen, that's something I can control. So I'm just wetting my hair. And then I'm gonna section this off. And y'all, I don't do this neat at all. I do it to where the job gets done. The job gets done. Grab me some, put on my end. Okay, so back to the conversation because I need to pull up that video that I saw on Twitter of two Trumpers at a church that had a Black Lives Matter banner up and decided that they were going to react the George Floyd incident and thought that it was just so funny and cackling and giggling as if something is funny. And I'm just confused because nobody's life being taken on video camera is ever funny. Not in the slightest. And not when it was done in that kind of manner. So I'm just confused as to why they thought that was okay to video, why they thought that they could reenact that. And, you know, a lot of times we want to say that, you know, we should be able to separate, you know, politics and stuff. But right now in this climate, I'm sorry, if you support Donald Trump, like, you are not helping anti-racists. You are not helping minorities. You just aren't, because look what Trump supporters are doing. And you cannot stick up for that and just say, oh, well, this is just their political beliefs. This is just the person they decide to vote for this election. And if Trump's not in office, they're going to have to vote for somebody that's not him if he decides not to run. But listen, I don't care because, baby, your racism is showing, and I just don't have, I don't have the tolerance for it. Like, I personally don't. It enrages me. It makes me so upset. I've experienced racism on firsthand, and so with police, mind you. And it's just something I won't stand for, something I hate to see. And America, we have to do better. How do we do better? Easy. Be understanding. Have some empathy. Like, if you had any human decency, you would understand how wrong this is. Like, it's not actually hard to figure out what's going on, and it's not hard to figure out that it's wrong either. And the fact that there are people walking around thinking that what they're doing is okay and it's patriotic and it's what America stands on, is just an utter disgrace. Okay, y'all. And can we talk about it? Because y'all know when we were in school, as we got older, we realized that what we got taught in history class was not actually real life and not actually what was going on, and kind of just surface level stuff. They kind of left out a lot, tried to make certain people look better than what they were, and withheld information. So I'm going to be really curious whenever we look back on this in 15, 20 years and the history books have what's been going on, because we're not gonna let them slide, baby. Y'all gonna tell the absolute truth. Y'all gonna tell exactly what happened. We have name receipts, we have video receipts, and we're holding everybody accountable, because this is ridiculous. Like, the fact that we even went through this in 2020 and the beginning of 2021 is just, it's really a problem. It's really a social problem. It's no longer a, Republican, Democrat problem. This is a social justice problem. This is a America problem, because these other countries are laughing at us. Like, they are looking at us like, y'all thought y'all were the dominating country? Where we are divided. We have no sense of what it means to have any kind of unity or empathy or just human decency. And I keep falling back on that, because some of this stuff that I'm looking at is like, how could you even think that this is the right thing to do? And y'all are supposed to be people of God. They praise, they, and when I say they, because I know that's vague, and I'm going to say who I'm talking about. When I say they, I say them Trump supporters, those people who were at the White House yesterday. Y'all are supposed to be people of God. And I know, and and they know that God, that's not what he wanted to see. That is not what he envisioned for us on this earth. That is not why he brought his only son down, to make sure that we live a life worthy. This is not it. And I hate to be preaching on here. Well, really, I don't, because this is my channel, so I really don't hate to be preaching, but I hate to be so bitter right now. But it is impossible not to be. Like, you Like, if you have any type of compassion, human decency, understand human rights, you are enraged right now. You are not happy. You are like, when I tell you guys, when I saw this, I was so angry. Like, it's not even disappointment anymore. It's utter anger, like angry. And it's just like, you guys are diminishing not only a race that built this country, because let's take it back now. Let's not act like us black people and our ancestors didn't build this country from the ground up. Let's not act like we didn't fight for this country thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away in the world wars. Let's not act like we didn't do that, because we did. And even then when we did, we weren't treated right. But we were expecting that when we came back, that we would have some type of value. And every time they prove us wrong. They prove us wrong. And what I think is going to happen, and what I think needs to happen, is we just going to have to set it off. Not set it off as in, being super violent and, combating like that, because you can't fight fire with fire. Not all the time anyway. But it's going to take time. But we're gonna have to set this thing off, like, because there's no way I'm going to let my kids grow up to see this. Like, I refuse. Like, it's just not going to happen. And whether we have to quit our jobs to go up to the White House, if we have to march every day and do sit-ins like they did in the civil rights era, like, I'm all for it. I will be right there. I was at the George Floyd march in Houston, and it was just massive amount of people during a pandemic. And just to see that is enough to understand that if we really got organized and really did something as a unified force with Black people, brown people, Latino people, allies, like everyone, we could really set this thing off. And we can set this thing off good. And I pray that the new president, Joe Biden, and Kamala... I'm sorry, y'all. Madam Vice President Kamala Harris... come in and just do a whole 360, or not 360. I hope that Joe and Kamala come in and do a whole 180, because we're starting from the ground up again, and it's not okay. I just pray these next days, the inauguration, I hope everyone stays safe for that, because if they did this for just a Trump, whatever he did yesterday, one of his speeches, normal speeches, there's no telling what these people are planning to do for the inauguration. So I hope that event is run safe and smoothly, and we can have a smooth transition on that day at least. And hopefully we can do something better, America, please. So that is my rant. My hair is let me just get the rest of this. Who else do this? Got to get it all. Got to. Alright guys, so this is my hair with a deep conditioner in it. You can see there's a white cast, but it's okay. I don't mind overdoing it on my deep conditioners. We can do a quick little length check. This is not very accurate at all, but we're like right here with it. Yep. And I will see you guys on the next deep condition. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all. I know my rant was just, off the wall, but it had to be said. And I just feel like talking about it in public makes it so much easier to cope with, even though this is something that is very uncopable, if that is even a word. But if you guys have similar thoughts, if you disagree, I love a good discussion. I ain't even gonna say I'm gonna argue with you, but I will have a discussion because I think it's worth it having a discussion so that maybe you can understand where other people are coming from. And with that being said, peace and love to everybody. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. I will see you guys on the next one.